Hey guys, Andy here with BookBridge.io, and we're going to continue on with getting you started in BookBridge.io so that you can grow your subscriber base, swap organically, and do it all on one platform. So let's dive in. And so sorry with the lighting, you guys. I'm like right in front of my mirror window, and it's like super bright. So hopefully it's not too distracting. All right, so let's dive in. In our last video, we went over filling in your calendar. So if you missed that one, just check the description below or check this playlist, wherever it might be, and go ahead and look at that video first. But if your calendar is all good to go, you have either one list, two lists, it doesn't matter, but you have availability set, you're ready to swap. So over here in your dashboard, on your dashboard, you can do a couple things. You can go and find swaps, or you can go ahead and come over here to the swap meet. So let's click on here. And so far, there are no other authors available because this is my staging site for training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my test account and I'm going to add some swaps in there. And then I'm going to be right back and show you exactly what that looks like. Okay, guys, and we're back. Check this out. All right, Priya showed up. All right, guys. So what we're going to do, what you're going to notice here in the swap meet, first, you can search by all genres here. We have subgenres. There's a lot. Okay. You can also search here if you wanted like Christian romance. You can also just type it in. You can do all swap types. So if you just want lists that have just features or only solos or exclusives, the same. And what you're going to see up here, there's going to be two sections. One is going to pull up authors that are similar to your list size. Okay, so authors with anywhere from 1900 to 4400. There's just a kind of a broad range, but within where you can do like swaps. A lot of times I would have brand new authors who have like 572 subscribers, and here I am with 10 times more. And they're saying, hey, let's swap a solo for a solo. I literally had to explain to these people that how that wasn't fair. And I would send them a message and say, look, first, how about you just do a page swap right now while you're building up your list? Or I said, you know what, I'll give you a mention. Sometimes they were at least over 1,000 subscribers. I'd be like, I'll give you a mention and you give me a solo. And for some reason, that didn't compute with people. And fair enough, whatever. Everyone is entitled to what they think. But I was like, I feel like that's more fair than, you know, having such a big difference, especially if the click rate was only, 40% and my click rate is like 50-some%. And their click rate is 1.9 and mine is, 4.7%. It's like, yo, come on. Can we look at the metrics here? Anyway, let me get off the soapbox. I digress. So Priya here has a similar site, or excuse me, similar to our list. And as I keep going through these training tutorials, you're going to see more people come on here so I can show you what it looks like with diverse genres and everything. So in the next video, you'll see that. So let's check out Priya's list. First thing to notice is if you wanted how to check out to see, is this author going to be good? This rating system is not based on opinion. It's based on real data. And what you're going to love about this is, are they sharing the swaps? Do they have an email preview? Do they have relevant clicks in relation to their open rate and click rate? Like, all of these are coded on the back end. Now, I know I'm getting techie, but I'm letting you know that the rating system is not based on, well, I just didn't like that author. I didn't like what they put in their email. Guys, that is subjective rating. We really need objective. There's just no denying it that her star rating is based on these real factors. Did they send? Is there an email preview? Are there clicks? Is their email list verified? Are they showing proof that what they said they did, they actually did? Okay, so that's the star rating system. It tells you about the author, what they're expecting, the genres at their end, and she's publishing as an indie author. Okay. Also, this part is supposed to tell you, are they publishing wide? Are they Amazon exclusive? Because some readers are like, you might have a reader base that's 70% on Kindle Unlimited. So it's good to know if people are publishing wide or if they're exclusive to Amazon, if they're going to resonate with your audience. Okay. You can also see if they have an Amazon author page. That can be there too. So you can kind of vet, check out their ratings on their books. Are they publishing good books? Hopefully it's not just a bunch of AI slop and people are rating these people, 2 stars and below. Like you can vet your authors here. Now, a couple of things. This list is going to show everything on their calendar that's available. Even if these were booked, what I found a little, I just didn't like it, I guess, with Book Clicker and even other platforms was their calendar was all red, right? Everything was filled out. They were totally booked. But I didn't know what they offered. I'm like, well, do they even offer solos? Because sometimes I'm looking at it, it's like, I see a bunch of mentions. Are they just booked because all their solos are taken? I don't know. Here, even if it's booked, you still have the privacy of who you're swapping with. But this would be grayed out, and it showed you, yes, they do have solos on Mondays or features on Tuesdays. So you still get to see what the author offers you as swaps as you go forward. Is that nice, you guys? If that's comment below, that's nice. If you'd like to know that information like I did. So a couple things. You can request a swap here and just choose a date. Oh, I thought I did that. Oh, this is my test subject. Okay, guys, let me be right back because you would have done that in the first part when we went over our onboarding, the profile page. So let me go ahead and take care of that and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So let's go ahead and request a swap. Did you notice, you guys? You got to agree to just doing the right thing before you can swap. So I hope you guys appreciate that. I got burned way too many times over these last 3 years. So I was like, I'm done. Now, like, am I going to take you to court over it? Absolutely not. But it's just a nice thing that, hey, everyone at least either chose to read it, skim it, whatever, but it's there. All right, let's move on. So you can choose here by date and, what types of swaps they have, or just go straight to the calendar. So here's something that's super, super cool. Even though Priya has a last minute, if I wanted to book on her Saturday, you have to get approval first. Do you know how many times my virtual assistant missed a swap because I would request a swap and then they would request on my calendar, and lo and behold, I happened to have one the next day. My VA had already gone through and says, oh, no one's booked for tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then, but someone snuck in because I might have requested like 4 or 5 days ago, or maybe 3 days. I think they have a 3-day cancellation thing. And I missed it. And I came back later like, what happened? Of course, I slipped them in later on, but guys, has that ever happened to you? So your partner receives a notification on their dashboard. So let's go ahead and do this because I'm going to show you what it looks like. And they have to approve it because if you're like me or like other authors, I like to plan in advance, and I would probably deny this because I like to send based on people's time zones, and sometimes you need to do that 24 hours in advance. But anyways, it gives you a heads up that this has to be approved before we go any further. And you choose your list here. You choose your book to promote. Now you can either pay the $25 or offer a swap. Okay. Now I'm not going to do the 48-hour one. I hope this is self-explanatory, but if you want me to go into more detail about the 48-hour rule, then just comment below 48-hour rule. Okay. And then I will go into more detail about that. For now, let's pick one that's further out. Let's do the 8th. And this is what this looks like. So I'm going to choose my email list. Let's do the 3200. And I'm going to choose Secrets in the Sweet Shop. And I'm going to give her a solo. So I'm requesting a solo, so I'm going to give her a solo. Next, now, guys, you're going to love this. So what if it's launch week for you? And I know certain things come up. People might have double booked. You can't do that on BookBridge.io, by the way. But Sometimes it happened once or twice and I double booked because I was juggling 3 separate platforms and I had to reschedule them. Well, if it's launch week, a lot of authors don't want to be rescheduled, right? So you can say, this is launch week. Please do not reschedule. Thank you. Okay. And let's send the request to Priya. All right, guys. Now I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like for her. But first, let me show you what it looks like on your side. So if we go back to your dashboard, everything's the same. We don't have any active swaps. We just sent one. But if you go to your calendar, you're going to see over here your requests. All of your requests are going to show up right here on the sidebar for you and who it's for. So Priya, you're asking for a solo on April 8th. There it is. So guys, let's go over to Priya's side so we can see exactly what that looks like. Let me change my view here. All right, so there's Priya. All right, so Priya, now she's just hanging out, whatever. She's like, oh, did I put in my books? Oh, I got to put in covers here. Again, these are just my test things, guys. But if I were to go back to the dashboard, oh my, we have a pending swap request. So it's telling me who wants it. And there's one left. So we can click right on here. I want a solo. Takes me right to the which list it's on and who needs the what I need to address, right? And you have your FYI for your information notifications here. Andy Library wants a solo swap. Yes, I do. You can mark this as red. That's fine. So open this up and here it is. This is in pending. I want a solo. This is what I want you to promote. And as you can see down here in the lower, left-hand corner, you can click to view the book page. So if we click this open, and make sure you guys can see this. Okay, you can. It goes to my book. This is my real book. But obviously, if it was a real book, it would go to the real book page or whatever link I put in there. Okay, so let's go back. So we're here. And so you can check out the book first to decide, is this going to be right for my audience or not? And there's my note, you guys. There's my note. So if we're going to accept this, we're going to say accept. And then you're going to pick on my calendar. So you want a solo as well on the 12th. Okay. We're going to choose the type. It just verifies, yes, you're getting a solo. So we're all on the same page. Hit next. And you want to do cardamom and clues. I really got to add some pictures here, guys. I'm so sorry. Do you want to leave me a note? You absolutely can, especially since you saw mine. Guys, these are real-time notes. You're welcome. You're welcome. The messaging on these other platforms, you do not have to go copy and paste an email, go into your email, try to get the other author to notice it and hopefully it doesn't get buried. It's right here. So let's leave a note. Got it. I won't reschedule you. Happy launch. And accept the swap. Okay. So that confirms it. It's going to put it on Priya's calendar. I got a solo. So what does this look like for my calendar now that Priya has accepted? I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. So let's go over here. All right, back to mine. Oops. Can you guys see me swapping? I'm thinking I have to switch windows, but I'm thinking you guys can see it just fine. All right, so I'm going to go back up to my dashboard. And look at that. Not only is it telling me she left me a note and my swap request was accepted. Guys, you are also getting emails. So missing these little notifications, especially if you're in your calendar every couple of days, or at least you're on your email every day, you're on one of these places throughout the week, you're going to get these notifications. So yay, she's accepted my swap. It is now active. I can just close this out. Let me see what the note she left was. Okay, so she left me a note. This is just read only. Okay, so I'm going to go, it says my 412 swap. So it tells me which date it's on. And it's confirmed. Got it. I won't reschedule you. Happy launch. Now I'm going to prove this is real time, you guys. All we got to do is refresh. Okay. Now, if you want to add some private notes to yourself, like launch week, you know, whatever, you can totally do that. This is just for you. Okay. No one else is going to see these. Your note to her, now it doesn't like save each time, but it will update for her. If you wanted to keep this, you could keep it and then just hit thank you. Oops. So much. And save that note. All right. Now, guys, I want to show you a little bonus here. So we've covered swaps, how to initiate a swap in a swap meet, what it looks like on your partner's side, and how it looks when they leave you a note and also when they accept. Now, if they decline, it's going to be pretty much the same. They can leave a reason why they declined. They can just decline if they want. You're also going to get a notification on the sidebar here in your email and on your dashboard. But, oh no, your editor's not done. Here's the bonus, guys. With the book, and let's say it's like April 7th. You're like, oh my gosh, it's not going to be released. Go to edit swap. So I'm going to show you two things. One, my live note, and then you need to change your book after it's confirmed? I got you. Let's change it to Murder at the Magnolia Manor and save changes. You guys want to see what this looks like on Priya's side? I bet you do. All right, reread this. So let's keep these up to date. So let's go back to our dashboard. All this should be clear. No more notifications. So let's see what Priya is looking at when we go back there. Okay. Oh, you guys do see me swapping calendars, don't you? Not bad. All right, let's go to the dashboard. It is so bright right now. Andy changed her book and updated the note. Guys, comment this rocks if this has been a huge hindrance for you when it comes to how do I message my freaking swap partner. Does this rock or does this rock? Okay, so let's go ahead and go over here. It's going to take us to the calendar that this is on. Again, your FY notifications. I changed my book and I left you a note. So let's mark all these as red. I'm going to come over here. Murder at the Magnolia Manor. The book is changed. Thank you so much. Guys, is this rock? Would this help you out? Because we know life happens, and when you need to make changes, we need to make changes, okay? So guys, just like I showed you at the beginning of the video, there is a 48-hour rule. If you change your book, if you want to reschedule or anything, the other partner has to approve it. Okay, it's just not a hopefully they see it type of thing anymore. These things are synonymous and they just got to work hand in hand. And being in the grind for 3 years as an indie author, this was so paramount because I've had delays. I've had my KDP account closed. I've had a launch actually it was a huge KDP glitch and it totally broke my launch week and my book would not upload. And I had to wait till the other authors messaged me because you guys, I didn't see this. Make sure you guys are on the right screen. I didn't see oh, no, we're not on the right screen yet. Hold on. Okay. I didn't see my requests over here on the right-hand side. Like who I was messaging. Like I could probably scroll through that long jargon of what is this, but I couldn't really decipher it, right? Maybe you guys are better at deciphering all of that than I am. But I just couldn't. And so I was like, hopefully they messaged me saying, where's your link? And I could just give them an alternate, or like probably a lot of them did was they just like, oh, there's no link, just skip it. Even though I shared their book, even though I followed through. It was hard to keep track of that on 3 different platforms. Anyway, guys, I digress. So that is the swap calendar, getting into the swap meet. Start going in there. And in the next video, I'm going to show you, because BookBridge.io is so new, you're like, well, I'm just transferring over. So how do I already have swaps set up. How do I get those on here? In the next video, I'm going to show you, oops, let's go to a feature day. I'm going to show you how to add a manual swap and how it's going to let your partner know that you are now on BookBridge.io. They're still going to get a confirmation email that you sent, letting them know all the deets of the swap, even though they aren't on BookBridge.io, but it also invites them in so that you guys can do real-time swaps and see your guys' connections, messaging, notes, notifications, emails, the whole bit. So guys, that's coming in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.